They're not going to make the team or get cut from the team off of one day. So what really you're trying to see in a group with this much talent is how do they combine with other really good players? Like, can they play with other high-level players on the floor, not just be the number one option only? You know, can you be the second option? Can you be the third option? Can you be the fourth option? Can you be the fifth option?
What looks like a routine roster update is actually the most aggressive philosophical shift USA basketball has made in decades, and most fans still haven't fully grasped what just happened. This wasn't a minor adjustment or a short-term experiment. It was a deliberate reset, a declaration that the old rules no longer apply. For years, Team USA operated on continuity, trust, and tradition. This time, they chose disruption. They chose risk. They chose speed over comfort. This wasn't a tweak. It wasn't political. It wasn't about optics or public opinion. It was a line in the sand, drawn quietly but firmly, signaling that the program is no longer interested in honoring the past if it compromises the future. When the latest Team USA roster leaked, the reaction wasn't curiosity. It was shock. Two names that once seemed untouchable were suddenly gone. Chelsea Gray was out. Brittany Griner was out. No farewell tour. No ceremonial goodbye. No gradual transition. Just gone. And in their place stood Caitlin Clark. Not as a bench scorer. Not as a marketing tool. Not as a novelty. But as the centerpiece of an entirely new blueprint. That alone tells you this wasn't accidental. When a program like Team USA moves on from legacy players without hesitation, it's not about personalities. It's about identity. And once identity is rewritten, everything changes. This wasn't disrespect. It was a warning. For years, Team USA followed an unspoken rule. If you had medals, tenure, and locker room authority, your spot was safe. Your resume protected you. That era is officially over. Chelsea Gray didn't lose her place because she forgot how to play basketball. She lost it because the standard changed beneath her feet. USA basketball is no longer rewarding legacy. They're rewarding immediate impact. The new evaluation system is brutally simple. Recent production, game speed, adaptability, and skill sets that can survive against modern international offenses that no longer play slow, static basketball. In simple terms, if your body can't keep up with today's global game, your resume doesn't matter. That's why the cut felt so harsh. It wasn't emotional. It wasn't accidental. It was intentional. Griner's exclusion landed differently, but it cut just as deep. She's iconic. She's dominant. For over a decade, she's been the backbone of Team USA's interior presence. But here's the uncomfortable truth the staff finally accepted. The global women's game has moved away from traditional post dominance. International teams no longer fear size the way they used to. They fear spacing. They fear speed. They fear perimeter shooting that stretches defenses until they collapse. Against modern offenses, slow-footed bigs don't anchor defenses anymore. They become targets. They get dragged into switches. They get attacked in space. They get neutralized by pace. This decision wasn't about leadership or reputation. It was about fit. And in 2025 basketball, fit beats fame every time. The game doesn't wait for legends to catch up. That's where Caitlin Clark enters the story. And this is where most narratives get it wrong. Clark didn't just make the team. She unlocked it. She wasn't selected for TV ratings, jersey sales, or social media engagement. Those followed her. They didn't define her. She was chosen because her skill set solves a problem Team USA hasn't been able to fix for years. International defenses learned how to pack the paint. They learned how to bait post entries. They learned how to slow tempo and force uncomfortable half-court possessions. Clark breaks all of that just by existing. Her shooting range forces defenders to pick her up nearly 30 feet from the basket. That alone stretches defensive structures before the offense even starts. Driving lanes open. Rotations get late. Set defenses fall apart before they're fully formed. This isn't flair. This isn't showmanship. This is geometry. USA basketball didn't add her for highlights. They added her because the offense finally works through her. She bends the floor in ways modern international basketball demands. And once you understand that, her selection stops being controversial and starts being inevitable. The real turning point happened behind closed doors. And this is where whispers turned into panic. Inside Team USA camp, one phrase kept surfacing. Coach made the decision. No committee votes. No compromises. No legacy protection. Just film, data, and hard conversations. Veterans were being outplayed. Younger players were pushing the pace. Scrimmages weren't symbolic. They were auditions. And when it was time to choose a direction, the staff didn't hesitate. They doubled down. This roster isn't built for comfort. It's built for continuity. The average age dropped. Versatility replaced specialization. Switchability replaced size. Every selection pointed toward one goal: Los Angeles 2028. This isn't a team built just to survive the next tournament. It's a core designed to grow together, peak together, and dominate on home soil. That's why the cuts feel permanent. This wasn't rotation math. This was timeline math. The backlash was inevitable. Fans didn't just react. They exploded. For some, it felt like betrayal. For others, it felt overdue. Because when icons disappear overnight, it forces a question fans hate to face. Did legacy ever really matter? Or did it just delay reality? Social media turned into a battlefield. Every Caitlin Clark 3 went viral. Every veteran omission sparked outrage. And USA Basketball knew this would happen. They made the decision anyway. What makes this move dangerous isn't talent. It's chemistry. Youth brings speed. Youth brings upside. But youth does not bring automatic cohesion. This team doesn't have years of shared Olympic pressure. Leadership roles aren't settled.
Trust has to be built fast.
And international teams know it. They'll trap Clark. They'll test rotations. They'll force uncomfortable decisions early. If this group clicks, critics disappear overnight. If it doesn't, the backlash will be ruthless. There is no grace period. There is no slow burn. That's what makes this a gamble. Caitlin Clark isn't just running the offense anymore. She's carrying the credibility of an entire philosophy. If this works, USA Basketball rewrites how dominance is built. If it fails, calls to return to the past will be deafening. There is no middle ground. This isn't about who got cut. It's about what Team USA is willing to become. For decades, the program sold stability. If you built the dynasty, you were protected by it. That emotional contract is gone. The new message is blunt. Production today outweighs reputation yesterday. And once that message is sent, it can't be taken back. Every veteran watching from home understands what that means. No one is safe by default anymore. Inside the program, careers will now be shaped differently. Young players know early impact matters. Veterans know decline isn't cushioned by loyalty. That creates urgency. But it also creates tension. Urgency sharpens competition. Tension fractures locker rooms. The staff didn't just pick players. They created a psychological environment that will test leadership constantly. Past teams relied on veteran anchors. Those anchors are gone. What replaces them isn't hierarchy. It's accountability. Leadership now has to be earned in real time. That empowers some players and destabilizes others. On the Olympic stage, emotional volatility can swing games faster than talent. International opponents see this roster clearly. Not invincible. Transitional.
Fast.
Dangerous. Still learning. They know this team isn't just trying to win. It's trying to justify a gamble. Every close game becomes a referendum. Every struggle becomes evidence for critics. The coaching staff knows that. That's why the margin for error is thinner than it looks.